So I want to take you through the experience of dealing with warranty companies. There are certain warranty companies that we refuse to deal with based on our experience. Let me just give you the Ferrilio here. The Ferrilio of there's nothing to do. So this is the 16 Wrangler conversation that was here for an oil change, and we recommended some maintenance. A good thing we did recommend some maintenance because we found a problem that's possibly covered with the aftermarket warranty that necessarily may not be covered by the aftermarket warranty if the contract expires. So it's good that we told the customer, hey, you should be doing some maintenance here, and it uncovered a problem that is very expensive, very costly, and could not be covered, and then you have to come out of pocket. Let me just show you Route 130 here. There's legitimately nothing going on in the M base here in Cinnaminson. So when you have an aftermarket warranty, and someone made a good point here, and I've said this all the time, is that there should be a service charge for the shop to actually even make the phone call, prepare the estimate, and diagnose the job. Typically all of that cost falls on the customer, and some shops don't pass that on. The shops that can get away with it, I assure you, are padding that invoice with a service fee for handling the warranty, and they should. So I'm going to give you an experience. That customer with the Jeep is, after we look at the car, they're here for an oil change. It's under 50,000 miles. We're saying, hey, you should do with your oil change, you should do your diffs, your transfer case, front and rear diffs, and your transfer case. The customer said, hey, let's just do the rear diff. We noticed that there was oil from the axle seals already starting to leak at 46,000 miles. There's no drain plug on us. We want to pull the cover as part of the procedure and see what we got here, right? You already need axle seals and bearings or whatever is going on under the back brakes, but we need to get inside the diff and take a look around and see what we find. Open the diff cover up. Does the customer authorize the differential service, right? And let's find out what's going on the Jeep. You can service the axles without losing all the differential fluid. Some vehicles are different. You have to open the diff to get the axles out. So every vehicle is a little different on its approach. We could have said, hey, yeah, let's just change the axles and not get inside the differential and see what's going on, but that's not the right way to do things. So after we come up with our diagnosis, the customer gives us the approval. Hey, we got catastrophic failure going on inside. The customer's like, all right, we'll prepare an estimate. What's it cost? And then, oh, we have a warranty. Oh, we have a warranty turns into now that shop provider and service provider has to go through extra steps to get to that warranty company, which is make a phone call, leave a message, get a phone call, open the claim, end the phone call, wait for the adjuster to call back for parts, labor, and all the other nonsense. And then, hey, I want to send out an inspector. All that process between getting the part numbers, making an invoice, calling the customer, keeping them involved, getting involved with the warranty company takes time. Rachel was on hold for 25 minutes yesterday alone and got absolutely nowhere and got hung up on and then had to start the process over again. So at least an hour and a half worth of administration fees should be put on the warranty company, which they'll never pay, or the customer before you even get approval to make repairs on this car. A lot of shops are doing that for free. I feel, for one, you're right. If we hear warranty, there's a diagnosis fee and an administrative fee just dealing with that process because it's never streamlined. So yesterday we found out they want to send an adjuster out or an inspector, whatever you want to call them. Job's already done. We've documented videos before and after, which is a great thing. And the reason we did the job is because the customer's like, if they don't cover it, I'm paying for it already. Get my car fixed. And we were so slow that we had ample time to get into it. And sometimes you need ample time to make sure that there's nothing else going on after you fix the car. Sometimes that does happen, sometimes it don't. Sometimes there's another problem, that's masked or not masked, not in this situation, that you can't discover until you finish one repair. That guy was here today for at least 30 to 40 minutes doing what he has to do with our involvement. So an hour and a half in administrative fees just to deal with the warranty company via phone should be paid for. And then if they send an auditor out there Sometimes the mechanic has to go for a road test with that guy. Sometimes the mechanic has to put the car up in the air. Sometimes the mechanic or somebody has to do something with that guy. So there's a lot of fees, cost of doing business, that your parts and labor estimating doesn't cover with a warranty company. So after we showed videos, showed pictures, showed all the old parts, talked about it, went through this, he's like, well, I don't know what's going to happen. So now you're talking, you're 2 hours into spinning your tires, hopefully to get some traction, if that makes any sense. It is, when you have an aftermarket warranty, it is not cookie cutter, it is not clean cut and dry. Right now, no one has paid us for those additional times. Now, hopefully they just say, yeah, claim's going to be paid in full. I doubt it's going to go that smooth. There's going to be some back and forth. There's going to be some negotiations going on, which I can't stand, because this is the job that we estimate and this is how we get paid. You're not going to negotiate with the dealership. You're going to just pay the bill. But we're going to see. We're going to see if they pay everything or they don't. In most cases, they only pay a certain amount of labor. They only pay some diagnostic time. They may not pay any diagnostic time. There's a lot of moving pieces to an aftermarket warranty, and there's certain warranty companies we absolutely will not deal with. But I said I would keep you guys posted on the outcome. Right now, we're still at a standstill. This car was here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, now Tuesday. That's 5 days of storing this vehicle in our care, which is still unpaid.